This is Pat Walker at Mission Winners. We're doing a video recap of the leading stocks in the top 10 groups. Here's a fact for you, it's not an opinion. Stocks in the top 10 groups outperform other stocks. We have quantifiable evidence of this. I will also take it a step further. By and large, I encourage you, focus on stocks that last quarter's earnings were up at least 40% or higher, or the average sales for the last 2 quarters were up at least 45% or higher. By so doing, you will dramatically increase your edge, your odds. You don't need to look at a million different stocks. Just go for the cream of the crop. You can also use Market Smith's composite rating. I'm going to slide right in here and show you, here are the leading groups. Auto, solar, I'll let you read it. There they are, right there. You can take a screenshot of it if you want. Pause the video, whatever you'd like to do. Top 10 groups. Now I'm going to slide this out, and I'm going to show you a screen that I've made on Market Smith. I was in the beta test group in the development of this product years ago. Love Market Smith. Just down and dirty. Relative strength 85, accumulation distribution A or B, composite rating greater than or equal to 90, top 10 groups, price over $10. It's within 20% of 52-week highs. It's over the 50-day, all right? It's over the 200-day, all right? Little things like this over the 21-day. Looking for leaders. Timeliness, A or B. There you go. Now I'm going to slide this out, and we're going to take a look at some of these stocks. What do you say? First stock on the list, Jinko Solar. Just to tell you, Jinko Solar, last quarter's earnings up 8%, revenue's up 8%. It's got a composite rating, though, of 90, which we want. Lifted on good volume, going sideways. That's fine. The second stock in the group is Sunrun, making a nice move. Last quarter's earnings were up 867%. Revenue's up 5%. It's got a composite rating of 91. Just to tell you, folks, they're looking for a 139, analysts are looking for a 139% increase in earnings this year over last year. Okay? Fiscal year 2020. Nice move here. All right? Looks good. It's extended, though. Fell on a slight pickup in volume Friday, but notice there's no entry here. I have to share this with you. Really be careful in your entries. Focus on clean and simple. A clean and simple entry will give you a clean and simple exit for a much smaller loss. All right? Just take that in consideration. Let's continue onward here. Enphase, Energy Solar, nice move. Last quarter's earnings, they just reported, okay? Earnings up 740%. Stock's got a composite rating of 96. Looks good, but now look at the chart. Is this a safe entry here? No, I'm not knocking the stock at all. I'm not knocking the company. But let's suppose you buy this here. Where are you going to limit your loss? I mean, you could buy this here and the stock could fall all the way down to 50, all right? So you're basically down 10 points on a $60 stock, dang near 20%. But the chart would still look good. Don't get emotional. Can't stress that enough. SolarEdge. Good group. Energy Solar. Last quarter's earnings up 162%. Looks good. But again, it's extended. I do like this volume here. There's a great quote. I love this quote. People talk with their mouths and vote with their pocketbooks. Guess what? They voted. Is there a safe entry here? No. Maybe it's going to form a pennant. That would be good. Also have to share this with you, and I think this is important. Market got a little rocky the last couple of days, so take that in consideration too, all right? Can't stress that enough. GHAB, all right? Genmab, this is a biotech stock. Looks good. Now, here's a biotech stock. You'll like this. Earnings per share rank 80. Accumulation distribution A. Composite rating 99. Sweet potato pie. Last quarter's earnings up 75%. Last quarter revenues up 135%. They're making money. It's a newer issue. I'll do something for you here. Okay? It's a newer issue. So, what do we do with it? Here's what you do. Wait for a pattern to form. Okay? On my other system, it shows that it is a newer issue. We'll see. But it looks fine. It looks fine. Is this a spot to buy it? No, it's extended from the breakout. All right? Here's the breakout. By the way, you know I say people talk with their mouths and vote with their pocketbooks? By Jove, look at the volume spike on there when it broke out. They voted. Don't chase it, though. Okay? Don't chase it. Next stock on the list, Vertex Biotechnology, VRTX. Earnings per share rate 97, composite rating 99. Looks fine. Looks fine. Is there a spot here? Possibly if it lifts off the 8-day right here. The yellow line is the 8-period exponential moving average. This is the 20-day, this is the 50-day, and this is the 200-day. Look for trends. A lot of our stocks that we own, they've trended nicely, very nicely for us. In fact, I'll show you one here in a minute, okay? Just as an education for you. Knowledge is power. I'll give you some. Here we go. Let's continue onward. So, here we go. There's Vertex. Let's move on the list. Biogen. Biogen spiked up big right here on earnings. Biotechnology stock, right? Or excuse me, earnings came out a couple days after that. Strong lift on news. Now, it's going sideways. See this? Perhaps if it goes across this line on volume, there could be a spot to buy it. Just know again, it's biotechnology just for what it's worth. Halo Therapeutics, biotechnology, grinding up. Now, here's one that's nice. Last quarter's revenue is up 81%. They have earnings in 2 days, okay? They've got earnings coming on 2/24. Please know that. Please, I encourage you, don't buy a stock just before earnings. The risk is too great. I've seen horror stories with it. So just for what it's worth. And I'm not saying they're going to have bad earnings. Emergent Biosystems lifted off right here. Why did it do that? It had earnings. Earnings up 101%. It's good. Composite rating 98. This is biotechnology. They're making money. That's good. Is there an entry right here? No. I pity the soul that bought it for $70 a share. I pity the person that bought it for 71. Don't chase price. Buy it at the right price or don't buy it at all. You open yourself up to higher risk. Next stock on the list is Phoenix. Phoenix Biotechnology going sideways right here, which is good. You can see these tops. It has an earnings per share rank of 62, but last quarter earnings up 126%. Last quarter's revenues up 327%, folks. Composite rating 93. Looks good. Earnings on March 11th, so you're okay. Next stock on the list, Integris, ENTG, semiconductor. I like the shelf right here. Stock's got a composite rating of 98, going sideways. Nothing wrong with that at all, okay? And again, I'm going to slide this in here and show this to you. Here are the top 10 groups. I'll leave it in there a second. Just take a screenshot of it if you want to. Here they are. Just for what it's worth. Let's continue. Next stock on the list, Winnebago. Winnebago. This is RV manufacturing, going sideways. Earnings per share rate 78, composite rating 99. Lifting up, trending up the 8-day. Is there a spot here? No. No, there's not. There's nothing great there, okay? By the way, there is one stock that should have made the list on autos, and I'm going to show it to you in a minute. Here's the next stock on the list, Thor, and you can probably guess what it is. What's the auto manufacturing stock that's doing very well? Here we go. Thor, going sideways. Earnings per share rate 92, composite rating 98. Looks fine. Looks fine. No problems there at all. Next stock on the list. Oh, is there an entry here? No, there's not. Earnings in 16 days. Next stock on the list is Nextera Energy Partners. Last quarter's earnings up 228%. Looks good. Is there an entry right here? No, but maybe it'll go sideways for a week or so and form a shelf that would allow you to buy it. And that's fine. Last quarter's earnings up 228%. Nice. Algonquin Power and Utilities. All right. They operate a portfolio of renewable power generation facilities. Stock's grinding on up nicely. You can say, wow, what a move. Well, it went from 1550 up to 1780. Or 1680. It's like, wow, that's a huge move. Yeah, the stock again went from 1550 to 1680. I don't even have a calculator to figure that's $1.30, you know? So anyway, but it's a nice move. It's a nice move. Last quarter's earnings up 40%. Good to see. Boyd Gaming, right here, BYD. What do we have with this one? Grinding up nicely. Kind of a loose bar right here, all right? Really, tough to do anything with it. Have to leave that alone. I'm going to put another one in here for you. TSG goes in here. By the way, bearish engulfing bar. That's a bearish engulfing bar. But the trend is still up, so don't freak out on it, okay? But is there a safe spot to buy it there? No, there's not. Here's TriStar Group, for what it's worth. TSG, earnings in 5 days. This is in the Leisure Gaming Group also, and it looks fine. Good volume there. Here's a great lesson for you. Up on good volume, quiet inside day on less volume, up on a pickup in volume. Study price and volume every day, and you'll have an edge over other people. And that's something that we like to do. It's something that we're kind of big on, to tell you the truth. There's Boyd Gaming again, bearish engulfing bar. Next stock on the list, Universal Forest Products. Good lift there. All right, you can say, what is that? Okay, what happened there? And I will tell you, that is earnings. That was on earnings. Nice long base. What were the earnings? Earnings were up 17%. It's got an earnings per share rank of 96 and a composite rating of 97. Relative strength strong. Good volume. I always say this. People talk with their mouths and vote with their pocketbooks. By Jove, they voted. And finally, I'm going to show you the stock. Right here. Tesla. I am a big trend follower. I am not a day trader. I don't look at 5-minute charts. I hardly ever look at 10-minute charts. Trends pay more than all the wiggles. I'm not in here to be tied to the computer. I'm here to let the dang stock work as long as possible. Here we go. I want you to look closely at this chart, and I'm going to do some. We own this for $338.30, okay? Here we go. At one time, we were up over 600 points in this. Have we sold some into strength? Yes. But here's the lesson for you. I want you to look closely at this. Right there's the day we bought, okay? Right there, volume pickup. Look very closely. This yellow line is the 8-period exponential moving average. There's a long story behind that. It's related to Ed Sakota, who I had the pleasure of meeting and talking with. So, it's lifting on up. Do you see one day that this stock closed below the 8-period moving average? Do you? You can say, well, it was close there. Yes, but did it close below the line? No. Did we sell some into strength on the way up? Yes. Did we sell more before earnings? Of course. But look at the trend. It's walking up the moving average. Let it work. Please don't overthink it. Now, am I telling you to buy it here? No. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying this is a nice trend. By the way, people talk with their mouths and vote with their pocketbooks. They voted up there, folks. But notice this. See the volume on this bar? Approaches the old highs on substantially less volume. What would be the best thing that happens? Maybe it goes sideways for a couple of days and then takes out the top of this bar on volume. Again, we own it down here at 338. It's working up nice. It's like, oh man, this day here, this was awful. Yeah, and it stopped and it was found support at the 8-day. We don't have to overthink it. Gap down, closed above the 8-day. There's your lesson for you. All right. This is the stuff we teach with the VIPs every day. We make videos for them and things, training and coaching, giving ideas. Anyway, there's the stocks in the top 10 groups, just to give you an idea of what's going on. And I hope it helps you. Again, quantify things, folks. Focus on stocks in leading groups. Focus on stocks that last quarter's earnings were up 40% or higher, or average sales for the last 2 quarters was 40% or higher. Look for stocks with a high composite rating. Look for stocks over the 50-day. Look for stocks within 20% of 52-week highs. Look for stocks that trade that are at least $10 a share. Look for stocks that trade at least 200,000 shares a day. What I just gave you there is a recipe for a great cake. Anyway, hope you're all having a great weekend. It's awesome here, outside, doing stuff in the yard, loving it. And hopefully we'll see you on Monday. Thank you.